Baby boy, welcome to update for week 37.
Yeah, we skipped a week.
I know what you're thinking, 25 to 30 years in the future and 20 plus episodes in. What happened to week 36?
Where'd it go?
It was a real ride, kid. Let us tell you.
It was a week. We're going to talk about it.
So, week 36, you were what was the?
Kale.
You were
A
kale.
bunch of kale.
We took a
By the
picture,
way,
right?
doesn't make sense. We did.
Kale.
Did we?
And in week 37, I'm pretty sure we did. You're a leek.
Yeah.
Just in length. I don't know. Whatever. And
Yeah.
maybe I'll put them
I'd
next
be
to each
upset
other.
if we forgot about 36.
Whatever.
We had a busy weekend.
Let's jump in live. Let's see.
What? Oh, yeah.
Real-time results.
Oh, yeah. There's
So,
kale. There's some
did it.
kale. Which just makes sense because, well, technically the app that we've been using to document this fruit and vegetable growth chart, had a weird melon. I think it was called, do you know what it was called?
It's called like yellow melon or
It was
something.
like canary melon or something. I might have made that up, but it was a weird melon that we've never heard of and not available, at least where we shop. And so we looked on Amazon and they said it was the size of a leek. But like a bunch of kale versus like a leek, it like went from like, it was just the length.
It was length related.
So
I'm sure if we had a bunch of leaks. Either way, you're in there. You're all bundled up,
all bundled up.
kicking the shit out of ribs and
Not even kicking, just like moving your butt up into that. It's like so strange.
like bent. Head, feet, and you're like,
Yeah.
which is cool. So yeah, week 36 was a real ride. I don't even know what person to have this conversation in. As far as like grandma was here, like talking to that. So Eva's mom, aka your grandma,
Yeah.
great
Sure.
grandma, Babulia,
Yes.
Sveta, TT Sveta, is that what you people call
Aunt Sveta. We actually say tueta, which is interesting in Spanish. It's TT. We say
plot
tueta.
twist.
There's a lot of words in Russian and Spanish that are very similar.
Todi, Aaron, Elrosha was here.
Dada.
What is it?
For uncle, it's dada.
Dada?
Dada.
We don't.
Which is like man.
Man. You call him man.
I think that's
Man?
that's like the literal translation is man. Dada.
That's the best. You understand that, of course. I'm
I
sure
think.
you're trilingual at this point.
We don't really call our uncles, but anyway.
I'm sure you'll call Aaron, sir. So they came over, and it's tracked through the quarantine pandemic that anytime we've had people over, it's an emotional roller coaster of worry. And
it's logistics.
this is our fucking
I
video
know,
diary.
but other people watch it.
We're not getting into logistics, but like it truly, like last weekend was a whole weekend. Jess was over on Sunday. Mm-hmm. So we were entertaining a lot, and it was more people we'd seen in one weekend than we'd seen in literally months. You know, like we'll see 2 people in a whole weekend at the same, you know.
And then nobody for like weeks.
So 4 people all at once on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. It was just a lot. And I feel like we had, you know, quarantine has been ups and downs. And it was just a down week. And then Monday we were going to do it. Tuesday, it just didn't pan out. Yeah. Wednesday, I threw up in the middle of the night, puked my brains out.
I was convinced he had the coronavirus.
I don't think so. I feel regular now.
Yeah, you're fine. It was just a fluke.
Whatever it was, so.
Yeah, it was just a week. We just had a week.
It's been a real week, but ups and downs. Today wasn't up.
This weekend, I think, was actually really nice.
I wonder if the term Corona coaster, which I've heard, will make it to like be a thing whenever you're watching this. But truly, like those days of like, this sucks. I'm just sad. You know, there's a cloud over this whole experience. And then today was like, today felt good. You know, like we woke up, we hung out.
Even, what did we do yesterday?
I don't know. Yesterday was Saturday. I don't think we did much.
Sure, we took the groceries.
That's how much they blend.
We FaceTimed with Jane Christine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yesterday was maybe not as much. Like
yesterday, I like painted the door thing. Like,
yeah,
I figured it out.
Today was a good day. Today we, it was really, really hot, but we ventured out. We bought a bookshelf.
We went to stores. We never go to stores. We went to Target and Buy Baby.
So we had to go. We bought a bookshelf online. We had to go pick up. And Target wasn't even that crazy, so we went in and we got some cute stuff. It was actually really nice. I went to Buy Baby, and then we came home, put it together. Your room is looking really, really good.
Yeah, next week probably we'll pod from the room.
Yeah,
assuming we're not in a hospital room because 37 weeks pregnant.
Yeah.
So you're going to the doctor weekly now.
Correct.
And they can check and make sure if you're dilated, whatever, and like
Yeah.
kind of give us a sense of how close to pregnancy
Where we
you
at?
are. We did a birthing class on Friday.
Saturday. That's
Saturday. That's what we did. Hey, we got there. We did the birthing class, talked to Jen and Christine, but it was good. So like, I feel like we have a better understanding of what to expect.
Yeah, that was actually really helpful.
Getting to commiserate with fellow pregnant folks is helpful.
It was really helpful because I don't think we had any clue what would happen if like I went into labor. We'd be like, what do we do now? And they were like, here's what you're going to do. Here's where you're going to go. Here's how the process is going to go step by step.
Without that class, we would have 100% probably gone early and got sent back at some point.
Yeah.
You know, we would have been like, this is it. And they were like, that's not actually it yet.
I bet that's going to happen to me, though, because I'm so sensitive. Unless my water breaks, I would be surprised if we went and they were like, you're not dilated. Just because I'm very sensitive.
Yeah, it still could happen without that class. We almost definitely would have been like.
But yeah, for sure. Because I think I didn't really know. On the internet, it'll tell you like a lot of things about like what a contraction feels like, and she gave a good kind of like explanation of like.
Tell my guy what we learned. Let's hit him.
Literally how it feels. Your stomach gets really, really tight. And she said a small contraction, it'll feel like your belly will feel like this, like the texture of your nose. A medium one will feel like the texture of your chin, and a really big one, which is when you're really like starting to like open up, will be a wall.
Which is helpful info.
For sure.
Very interesting.
And she said, sorry to cut you off. She said that like when you're having like a real contraction, you like it will take your breath away, like you can't focus. So I've been having a little bit of cramping, but like nothing that's like distracting, you know, like it's not comfortable, but it's like not. It's not great, but it's not bad at all.
And then there's the 5-1 run rule, where it's contractions are 5 minutes apart.
Yeah.
They last for 1 minute, and that cycle lasts for 1 hour.
Yeah.
So all of that will help us to gauge like what's happening. Are we ready to go? So I feel like we're getting there. You know, we've got a bag packed pretty much. We bought our stuff. We got you some little clothes, and it's exciting.
You'll be here unless and at least at this point, I never said this before, but at this point, now that I'm 3 weeks from my due date, in theory, it'll be like 4 weeks from now, plus or minus a couple days. If I go over, they have to like induce or something.
Yeah. So, it's exciting. Can't wait to meet you. What are you grateful for? What's been challenging? We kind of recapped.
Yeah, maybe just that whole thing.
Okay.
Grateful for the highs, challenged by the lows. I'm grateful that I'm on maternity leave already. I'm like on a form of leave at this point. I'm very grateful for that because I think, I get to like rest and just lay around and chill out. And, you know, I anticipate that's going to be never the same after he's here. And then just because I'm just tired. And even if we have another baby, I'll never be able to really like chill out like this.
Yeah. This is a really weird, challenging time. And like when you live it, people can say it's unprecedented, which is like the joke title of this. And nobody really knows what to do or think. And it starts to feel normal. You know, we're months into this, 4 months of this. And, you know, you start to forget and like question like how weird this is, but it's really a roller coaster of like, it happens to work out for us, but like you would have lost your job because of this or had to go on leave. Like if you weren't pregnant and we wouldn't have sent you back into work when it was like dangerous, you know, like
if I wasn't pregnant, you think I would have?
I don't think you.
I don't know what I would have done.
If I was home and our bubble was like so safe and you had to go to your stupid job you don't want anyway, like. Yeah,
but if it wasn't if I wasn't pregnant, that's the whole thing. I think if I wasn't pregnant though, I would have quit anyway because I was like, my business was like getting busier. When quarantine happened was like my best month that I had ever had. And I think at that point, if I had to go to work, it's just so hard to like say all the what ifs, but
anyway, it's challenging. Like it's just weird, you know, and it's hard to quantify. And we're like, so what I've been grateful for is like, I'm grateful we had some ups on the coaster this week and like had a
Mhm.
really good day today. And,
Yeah.
and then I'm trying to like, I don't know if we ever captured like the gravity of this for you. I think we might, in this 30 video series, but I'm glad that we get to spend this time together. Like in a traditional like pregnancy, whatever, I would be at work. Like we spend every day together, at least some part of the day. We eat dinner together. We're not like, we don't see anybody else. So it's been good for us to be really close and have this like baby moon of togetherness.
Mm-hmm.
When you come, like we don't know what that will be like. It'll be more stressful. It will be less time that we can just hang out and
Just be us.
more stuff to do, and it'll be more task oriented, I'm sure, for a little while.
Yeah.
It's like it's a transforming of our relationship, which I'm like I don't know if we ever stopped and like really appreciated like how different that would be. We touch on it. But it's a weird like this iteration of us stops when you arrive and we become this new thing.
Yeah.
And a new dynamic of how that all like plays in, and I don't know. So it's interesting. And like, but I'm grateful for that time we have now. It's like it's nice to just be home, and it's overall been really positive.
Yeah, I'm grateful that like we have
in that relationship. Aspect.
Yeah, like it's not like I'm not like sick of seeing you every day. I actually sometimes get anxiety thinking about us having to be apart, like I'm almost so used to it now that like the thought of not having you all the time would be like,
it's weird. I think when we started this, I envisioned at some point us talking about going back, and like unfortunately, as you I'm sure read in textbooks probably about this fucking thing, that we didn't in the US handle this probably well, and only in retrospect we really know what should have been done, but whatever was done didn't seem like the right thing. So in July now, it feels like we're reverting back to when it was a couple months ago, like where we had hope that it was going to go down. I think we flattened the curve of like cases going up. We never really dropped them low.
Yeah. Although in Pennsylvania, I was actually just reading an article. There have been a little bit of an increase lately with young people. And like in Pennsylvania, they're seeing what similarly happened in the beginning of the spring, where a lot of young people got it. And then it became much more spread to people with pre-existing conditions and older folks, and that's where we saw like much more deaths. But in our state, for the most part, things have they're getting a little bit up again, but they were better. But it's like countrywide, it's getting like,
and so PA hasn't fully reopened, and where I think I had pictured this, not knowing like the spring into the summer, it goes like this and it drops. And then maybe in the winter it comes back, and it kind of, and in the country, like people are traveling through the summer, and I don't know. It's just like, so what I thought I'd be back to work around this time. Like, I don't know if I'll go back to work anytime soon.
Yeah. In
office. I'm working at home, like that'll be this is our normal for probably a pretty long time now. Yeah. And then that really impacts how you'll be. You're gonna be a fucking weirdo because we never, you didn't see anybody
for 6 months of 6 to 1.
I always think that with Nathan, because they would always talk about him, like so many people would watch him, the parents, and like that he was cool with anybody. We'd watch him and he'd be like, "What's up?" Like when he was a baby.
I know, that's so true. But
will a new baby be held by somebody and be like, "What is this?" Like what is this?
Who are these people?
And the first few months, I mean, your eyes barely work, whatever, but they see people in masks. We'll be the only human faces they see.
Yeah.
In person, for the most part. It's a weird. It's a lot of that weird shit to think about. That on top of our first kid, nobody has ever been like, you should think about this stuff.
Yeah.
It's new. It's new for this whole generation. Maybe in like the 1800s, but even still, that was like. In my head, the 1920s, but in my head, you had to take like a horse and buggy or a dragon to go see somebody. Like that was not.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just.
Shit is weird, kid. I hope in whatever world that you're in, it's a little better than this. And still, like.
It'll be so interesting to watch back to like know what happened.
Yeah.
The coronavirus. Did we get a vaccine? Did you meet people before you were 1 year old? We will, but
Yeah, it's a tough world. I'm excited to bring you in it and be part of the good. It's still all the things we talk about to not like forget, like racial injustice and all the stuff that's still a hot button issue that some people are kind of like, it's coming out of the trend in the news.
I've been thinking about that lately. Like, I think it's been for me too. Like, I can see it's like, it kind of reminds me of like when there's gun violence in schools. It happens and you get so upset and you're like, oh my God, how do we keep letting this happen? And then like, you forget and you just like move on, and then it happens again. And like, I'm feeling that way. And so that's just like a sidebar of like wanting to like,
it's tough. It's exactly like
have
that.
to like
there's things around like the people that killed Breonna Taylor was an unarmed Black person killed in her home at night.
Yeah. She's now become a meme about it because
more people have been arrested for protesting her murder than the people that murdered her who have not been arrested. It's that point in the country of like, it feels like we need to start from scratch. So I'm so curious what kind of world you inherit and how you work to better it, and how we can help you do that stuff and teach you, and how we can do it ourselves. We gotta vote these fucking wieners out of office and get people who care about doing it the right way. But it's going to be a long year, my boy, of difficult conversations in every regard.
Yeah.
So we'll keep these up and see and check in. At some point when you go into birth, we'll take some
home videos,
in-hospital footage.
We should just do that anyway, because I think that's like...
Yeah, we'll take a lot of videos to capture like what it's like.
I'll probably hate it in the moment.
Did we get a GoPro like hat thing for the...
No, but I think it'd be good to have like,
for sure,
documentation of like, all right, what's happening? And I'll probably be like,
I'll take them all
hot ass mess
landscape. And then when he watches these, is like only has phones. He's like, why aren't they vertical? It'll piss him off. I'll assume there'll be something like that. Your device is only this way. We shall see. Well, good luck to you, son. You got a big journey ahead. I hope we get to talk again before I see you in person.
Whoever watches this should take a tally of how many times I've touched my hair.
Only you would worry about that. That's all of it. All the weird shit I do on camera, who cares? This kid's not. I'm in here like, I shit my eyes. I'm like trying to blink them out.
Week 37.
Important takeaway about your mother's hair. Always be good to it and respect it. I love you. This is dope.
Love you.
It's just like this for a while. See you soon.